We're here at the Tamanawas Falls Trailhead. I've deployed my trusty Yaktrax Summit for the first time in lieu of snowshoes. This is great. I can actually walk on ice. Not having to use my snowshoes and trekking poles allows me to walk and talk summer style. Very pleasing. Got some bathrooms here. The people camping at the trailhead. Pretty cool. And let's get going. And we start this hike with a pretty epic bridge crossing. Look at that. Pretty cool. Got a raging river right beneath us. Pretty raging here in this epic winter wonderland. Let's cross it. This is gorgeous. I stop and just admire these views before I get all the way across. This is very cool. Head over. Show you this epic river. Look at that. Pretty heavy flow. We're at the end of January here. Pretty cool view. Look at that, it's pretty awesome. Hiking. It's a pretty neat bridge to start this hike. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed so far. And we even have stairs down. Pretty epic way to start a hike, going over a pretty epic bridge. We are standing next to a raging river underneath a waterfall. These Yaxtrax Summit, these are freaking awesome. Walking around without snowshoes or poles allows me to walk and talk summer style, which frankly is a lot more fun. And we've got a junction. We want to go to Tamanawas Falls this way. Let's get going. I will mention we're doing about 3.4 miles today, about 600 feet elevation gain, Mount Hood National Forest area. We're going to be hiking, ascending up to a beautiful flowing waterfall. We'll see how frozen it is. I'm loving this old growth national forest. This is a vintage classic Mount Hood National Forest, known as an old growth forest. A lot of Douglas firs and hemlocks and older growth trees, a lot of moss, a lot of dampness and droopiness, and definitely has a wetter humidity profile compared to my home base area, Central Oregon, just an hour south. Kind of the edge of a demarcation line of ecological zone, and all of a sudden it's dry pines and desert and a whole different atmosphere. This is a wetter, icier atmosphere. Even the snow's different. This snow is super icy, which is why I'm glad I've got my Yaktrax Summit. If you go down and enjoy the snow an hour south of Central Oregon, it's kind of more that dry powdered sugar snow, which I enjoy more. It's kind of safer as far as driving and walking, less of a slip risk. But nevertheless, this is quite beautiful. Starting to gain a little elevation here, as you can see. First uphill. I said we're doing 600 feet elevation gain. So this is the start of the climbing fun. Just getting started, so this isn't tiring at all. But I'm sure as we continue, it might get a little laborious, but it's part of the fun in my opinion. Got through that first climbing section and continuing to ascend. Climb, climb, climb. We're actually been climbing for a bit till we ultimately get to the waterfall. It's 1.7 miles up and 1.7 miles down. As far as winter adventures go, this is actually a pretty short one, 3.4 miles. A lot of the ones I like to do are a good 8 or 9 miles, so this is like a third, a little over a third of the length of a lot of the ones I like to do. So, but I want to do every single one of them in the area, systematically exploring Mount Hood Snow Park area, and I love me a waterfall, so why not come to this one? The summer, this is actually one of the most popular trails, the whole Mount Hood National Forest area. This is my first time ever doing this trail, so I'm learning the bends and curves as I go. Getting a little bit out of that forest area, getting into some daylight. We're here at Tamanawas Falls Trail, Mount Hood area, and look how beautiful this area is. This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. A little bit of a precipice here to our right, but we just want to have sure footing, don't do anything crazy. Kind of a cool meadow down there. See, continuing along this frozen, frigid bridge trail, and let's keep exploring. I'm going to stop and admire this bridge crossing as well as this raging river. This is Mount Hood National Forest. Look at that. Pretty heavy flow. It's the end of January, still in the heart of winter, and this is a winter market. And we are crossing this raging river. Let's take a look at it. Pretty epic. Get to traverse this ice-covered bridge. I do have my Yaktrax Summit on, first time ever wearing them. Feels pretty easy with the right equipment. Actually, this is super simple. Walk about halfway. Look at that. It's pretty sick. Not too shabby. Scroll over to the other side. Dang, standing here on a bridge. And I'm going to scroll over and show you. That's the direction I just came from. Here is the other side of the bridge. Pretty epic. Here on Tamanawas Falls Trail, Mount Hood National Forest. Let's go check it out. Oh, this is pretty sick. I am digging this. Love hiking next to a river, going between these epic, downed, mighty Douglas firs. Hiking on Yaktrax Summit. On this icy, frigid trail. I would not try to cross that personally. And let's keep going. Love paralleling this trail as we hike up. It's pretty freaking epic. pretty incredible. Got a raging river to our left. We're hiking parallel to. As we ascend up towards Tamanawas Falls, namesake of this trail and our ultimate destination, 3.4 mile out and back. Currently on the out part, ascending, about 600 feet. This is one of the most popular trails here in the Mount Hood National Forest area. My first time I'm ever actually doing it. This is beautiful, look at that. I'll pan over and look at this river. This is gorgeous. Climbing up to the waterfall and get to parallel this gorgeous river to our left as we hike. It's nice being able to walk and talk, summer style, I call it. A little bit, give a better sense of this. This is gorgeous. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Gosh, this is beautiful. Look at this. Look at how absolutely gorgeous this trail is. This is ridiculous. Piles and piles of snow. And look at this. Oh, this is breathtaking. This nice little almost cove area. I know this is a river, but this is beautiful. I'm digging this. Let's look upstream. This area is absolutely spectacular here in Oregon, Mountain Hood area. Show off this beautiful waterfall. A little off trail here. We get back on trail. And we're back on trail. Pretty well grooved and rutted out trail, but looks can be deceiving. This is actually a sheet of ice. I've got Yaktrax summits on, making it super simple just to glide across like a panther. Pretty easy. We're hiking 1.7 miles up to the waterfall, Tamanawas Waterfall, and then 1.7 miles back, doing about 600 feet elevation gain. Pause and show the river a little bit to our left. Love that relaxing, calming sound of the river next to us raging, kind of relaxing, peaceful, tranquil, serene. As we hike, we keep getting these nice peaks of the river. There's another one, quite beautiful. The trail I'm hiking on is frozen. I'm gliding across it effortlessly. Definitely would not try this without Microspikes or Yaxtrax. It would be very dangerous. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. Look at that. That is gorgeous. I am digging this. Sometimes I go to places and the areas just kind of have a special feel to me. I'm definitely picking out that vibe from this particular hike. Something kind of epic and magical about being able to hike next to that beautiful river right there. And this whole area is just gorgeous. It's my first time ever here and pretty impressed by what I'm seeing. Alpine eye candy is what I call it. Up high in the mountains, getting some rivers and some trees and some, ultimately a waterfall by the end of this. This area is spectacular. That is gorgeous. Hiking by this epic river, raging its winter fury. The snow melts and adds to its head of steam. If you did this with normal boots, you would go flying. That would be so dangerous. The likelihood of you doing this successfully without anything is very low. Snowshoes would probably be overkill, keeping it real, because it's really not about the depth of the snow. You get more value out of the snowshoes when it's really deep, thick snow. When it's just a sheet of ice across the top like this, you're going to get your best bang for the buck with Yaktrax or Microspikes. So I'm doing Yaktrax Summit. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is beautiful. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Stare down at that pool. I love it. It's getting a little bit of a whitewater feel. And the backsplash of that current. Look at that. Pretty epic. I'd be remiss if I didn't pan over and show you the rest of the river. That's beautiful. I am not complaining. This is a pretty epic way to start my Saturday morning. Nice little 3.4 mile out and back. This is unbelievably gorgeous. Look at this. And I'm heading up to the fall. I'm not at the falls yet, but right now I'm paralleling a river I'm hiking beside. My guess is the top of this river is the falls. I will be enjoying. Dip underneath this tree. This is Mount Hood National Forest. Getting about 600 feet elevation as I climb. Can't get enough of that. The river. It's a wild river right there. Trail is a bit packed down and kind of discolored. You can see exactly where to walk, obviously. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I'm really enjoying this trail, this area. I think sometimes when you do a lot of wilderness adventuring, exploring like I do, some areas just have like a epic feel to them. Like you get there and you just kind of get taken back a little bit by the beauty and awesomeness of it. I'm getting that vibe on this trail. You know, like you're somewhere special, particularly with that river. Some hikes I enjoy, but I don't ever get lost in the wilderness, so to speak. I just kind of do it and enjoy it and done. But this one, it's like, I'm feeling it. I think it's the river kind of giving it a more grandiose feel. I'm a sucker for lakes and rivers. Look at that. That is beautiful. Look at that. There's a little wild waterfall not on the map. I love those. That's gorgeous. Just a little drop down. Very beautiful. As we continue on our trail, this is a gorgeous area. It's up piles of snow. Get a very clear path. And a little obstacle here. Nothing too crazy. around and step across. And I made it. And I gotta figure out which way to go. A little bit of a impasse. Oh, I think this is the way. Love those moments when you get to an impasse and you're like, there's a tree in the middle of the way, where do I go? But oftentimes it's quite easy to figure out what the right path is. All sorts of what I would call mini waterfalls along this river. Not the main event, not the coming attraction. Tamanawas Falls, no doubt, will be at the top of this river, feeding into it. Pretty cool trail that parallels up this river. It's kind of gorgeous. Let's stop here. This is a nice area. Look at those icicles. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to try to go down there because I do not know what is underneath. It's called Safety 101 as I continue along. Look at that. I'm loving this river. This river is spectacular. Spontaneous game of Limbo. That's a hidden waterfall on the river that is adjacent to our trail. Let's continue hiking. Stop here again and take a gander at our river we're hiking parallel to the side. This area is beautiful. Look at that. This is just a natural wild river here in Mount Hood National Forest. This epic trail just kind of meanders right up beside it. You get a lot of pretty epic views, frankly. End of January, pretty heavy flow. I don't know how much that is attributed to snow melt, but we don't have winter for too much longer. I get while the getting's good. And look at that. That's pretty gorgeous. We're hiking on Tamanawas Falls Trail, hiking above a beautiful river as we ascend towards Tamanawas Falls. All sorts of kind of little wild waterfalls in the river as it bends and weaves and twists and crooks. I love all those kind of uncharted, unnamed little mini waterfalls, step waterfalls, and it's pretty gorgeous. But I'm sure the main waterfall, the namesake for the trail, as I go underneath the tree, will be the main attraction of the falls. Just climbed a bit of a hill there. Let me pan around. Oh my gosh, this area is gorgeous. I'm gonna stop here for a second just to take a look at this beautiful river. Look at that, the river runs through it. Wild raging river paralleling our Tamanawas Falls Trail. Look up there, actually, it's pretty epic. I think the falls can be coming from those rocks into the river. Let's go check out this signage up here. We're just hoping we don't see the word Timbuktu, because that means we've made a mistake. All right, Tamanawas Falls to our left. Okay, so if we want to do Elk Meadows, we'd keep climbing up there towards that rocky yumminess, but we don't. We're doing Tamanawas Falls, which is this way. We're going down as we enjoy the snaking river. We're here on Tamanawas Falls Trail, Mount Hood National Forest. Also loving these boulders. Look at that. That rock face straight ahead. Look at that. Let me grab that. Ooh, that is gorgeous. Not a boulder field I would like to attempt to traverse. I'll stick to Tamanawas Falls Trail. Ooh, this section is less icy. A good section of this entire trail is just a sheet of ice. This particular section, though, is one of the snowier sections. You can see this is Snow City by the thickness of these rocks. Look up there, it's gorgeous. Let's keep going. Ooh, I'll show you up there. Look at that. Pretty epic. Good geological striations. Pretty epic up there. Let's stop here. Take a look at this river winding its way through our epic Wonderland. This is a pretty thick snow area. This is cool. Hiking on this grooved section that has no thickness to it. Rare section that's not even icy. Perfect area to hike. I will stop and look up there one more time. Look at that. With raging river down below, we continue to ascend up this mighty Tamanawas Falls trail. Got my Yaktrax summit deployed on my boots. Otherwise, I frankly wouldn't be able to do this. It's a bit of an icy, snowy area. Made it through that section. I'll stop and admire this incredible cliff face. Look at that. It's beautiful. So we continue along. This section's particularly icy because it's exposed to the elements. And I think I'm getting pretty close to the end of the trail. Look back down there. Look back from whence I came. This area is gorgeous. And we continue. Down this blind corner. There's not a bear standing there. Wouldn't make sense. They are hibernating right now, end of January. You never know what you're going to see around the corner, though. And look down there. It's gorgeous. A pretty epic view. I've never seen so myself. Section's getting sketchier and sketchier. And look at that. That is gorgeous. We're looking up at the world famous Tamanawas Falls here in the Mount Hood National Forest, not too far from the Mount Hood summit. I had to climb up about 1.7 miles and 600 feet to get to this viewpoint area. The trail at this time of year, end of January, is actually a sheet of ice, so I deployed my Yaktrax summit to get up here. With the right equipment, it wasn't too hard. Look at how absolutely beautiful this is. Waterfall is feeding this raging river that's winding through our epic winter wonderland. It's the direction from which we have come. Oh my gosh. This area is absolutely spectacular. That waterfall is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I'm hiking here on Tamanawas Falls Trail, and I think it's clear to say I have reached my destination. Look at how beautiful this is. My gosh. This is gorgeous. This is the world famous Tamanawas Falls Mount Hood National Forest. Climbed up 1.7 miles. About 600 feet. I will also mention it's a Saturday morning and I am the only one here. I don't know if there's something else more exciting happening at a different snow park, or if people were afraid to brave this icy trail, which I can't blame them, but with the right equipment it's not too bad. How beautiful this is. Through this tree area. Stepping over branches. And let's keep getting closer. Closest we can safely get. There's a bit treacherous section. Small and steady steps is the way you want to do a steep downhill like this. And I think I made it. Gosh, this is beautiful. Look at how absolutely beautiful that is. My gosh. We're here at the world famous Tamanawas Falls, most beautiful waterfall in the Mount Hood National Forest. And look at how incredible this is. I'm loving those icicles next to the waterfall, frozen over. That is gorgeous. I'm hiking to the edge of the trail here as we enjoy Tamanawas Falls here in the Mount Hood National Forest area. And just a few steps away, we'll see how far we want to take this little rocky section. And look at that, that's beautiful. So we see the water flow into this pool that forms this river that we've been hiking parallel all the way up to this incredible viewpoint area. I'm gonna keep climbing on this trail. I think we're near the edge of it. It's a bit icy. And look at how beautiful this is. This is ridiculous. Look at those icicles on that waterfall. Loving that heavy flow as it flows down into this gorgeous river. My gosh. This area is absolutely spectacular. Now let's pan over and show you this whole basin, this mountainous basin with these mighty towering mountains on both sides. There's the left, and look over here on the right. This is epic. And let's continue along our trail. Look at this. This is ridiculous. This is gorgeous. My gosh, this is beautiful. I'm loving this. As we climb up to the edge of this absolutely incredible epic waterfall. Look at how absolutely beautiful this is. I'm actually being hit by the mist of this frozen waterfall as I continue to climb up to the edge of this beautiful waterfall. This area is absolutely spectacular. This is Tamanawas Waterfall here in Mount Hood National Forest. Starting to head back from the waterfall. World famous Tamanawas Waterfall did not disappoint. Pretty blown away by the epic views. Pretty cool also on a Saturday morning to be the first one here and the only one at the waterfall for a bit. Absolutely beautiful. As I continue to climb on the trail back to the trailhead. So it's going to be 1.7 miles back, down about 600 feet. You know, absolutely incredible this area is, my gosh. My gosh, this is beautiful. Let me look up at that incredible mountainside. As I'm going back down, I'm seeing all these epic views. Look at that. That is gorgeous. I'm gonna watch my footing on this section. It's a little bit of a step. Here's the trail. We had taken Tamanawas Falls to the left. We're not going to Elk Meadows. We're continuing on the direction from whence we came. Hiking on this beautiful trail. Right now we're hiking back. We did 1.7 miles. Ooh, let me stop and enjoy this river. That's pretty epic. Look at that. It's pretty impressive. Raging river. That's actually fed by Tamanawas Falls. We're hiking back from Tamanawas Falls. We went up 1.7 miles. Now we're going down 1.7 miles. We went up 600 feet. Now going down 600 feet. This is a bit of an icy, treacherous trail at the end of January. Kind of like the play of the dirty path snow with all the foot traffic and the bright white snow on the sides. It's got a little bit of debris in it, the whiter snow, but nevertheless it's quite beautiful. Going underneath this limbo tree. Hopefully the sound of that raging river is coming through. It's quite mood setting and serene and peaceful. I love me a good river. Hiking next to a river. I'm probably the biggest sucker for an alpine lake, followed by rivers, and then waterfalls last. Although this waterfall was one of the best ones I've seen in a long time. Pretty impressed by this waterfall. Love the rush of this river. Beautiful to hike next to. Hiking beside this raging river. Look at that. That's pretty epic. Sun just starting to peek out, as you can see. I did the entire ascension up to the waterfall kind of in dark pre-sunrise morning haze. But as I descend back to the trailhead, I'm getting my first peaks of beautiful sunrise. It's always nice. Who doesn't enjoy a beautiful sunrise? Ooh, sun's really peeking up there. This is gorgeous. Look at this epic bridge we're about to cross. This is pretty cool. Over this raging river. Let's do it. And we're going across. I will stop and show you the river flow in both directions, so you can pretend you are floating on top of the river. And pretty simple. Ooh, look at that. It's pretty gorgeous. Can't complain about that. We're ascending back to Trailhead. Hiking on this bit of a ridge line. See the little highway down below. First part of this trail kind of parallels the highway. Pretty common for some of these national forest trails.